Yo, what up, Wolfpack? This is the Blind Wolf, and we back at it again. I'd like to thank everybody that subscribe, like, share, and comment on these videos. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. All right, Wolfpack, come on, let's go on this journey. All right, y'all know I lost my eyesight July 7, 2007, while I was in prison walking the yard. Many things happened to me while I was in prison, but a lot of things happened to me out on the street as well. So we're going to not just do prison stories, but we're going to do my life stories as a blind man. But we in the penitentiary once again. I'm still over B block. And my baby mother cousins just so happened to show up on this yard. They put one of them over in Metro, one of them over the blocks. They came in, maybe a month and a half spread apart. We're going to call them M and R. M, they put him over Metro. I don't know why. I guess he was, the lesser of the two evils, but I guess they knew that they were sending both of them over there and they didn't want to send them both to the same place. Because from what I was told, they both was over MRDCC together, which is the dock house. Well, I started seeing M, coming to, Metro Yard, and he was hollering at me through the gate. Man, what's going on with you, man? Damn, I ain't never seen you with glasses on before. I'm like, yeah, man, I lost my eyesight up in here. We hollering at each other through the gate. I'm letting him know basically what was going on with me. He let me know what's going on with him. That he basically in a drug program over here, and he got a lot of, getting himself together to do. So I'm letting him know, I'm like, look, man, get into your workouts, start reading stuff, to get your mind strong, get your mind off of the foolishness, stay away from the drugs, whatever. So he like, yeah, man, I'm doing what I can. But now, mind y'all, my baby mother is mixed. So she's Indian and Greek and got a little black up in her, a little white up in her. It's a lot going on, with this particular female. But her cousins look white. But they got the Greek and all of that stuff up in them too, but they look white. So they kind of like, under the white people politics or whatever over there. They, ain't too many white people hanging with the blacks, ain't too many blacks, hanging with the whites, unless they are, in some kind of business together. But for the most part, it wasn't segregated, but it was just like that. But either way, he going back and forth over the Metro, and like I said, we hollering at each other back and forth through the gate, periodically through this month. And then his brother show up. His brother come on my tier. So I'm in my cell, and they just so happen to be bringing people in. I always go to the grill, and I'm looking out to see who the new people coming on the block. Because like I said, I can see directly at the front door from my cell. So when I see his cousin come in, I look down and I'm like, that's R. Oh, okay. So let me find out where he going. I holler at him. I'm like, hey, what's up, boy? So he look up at my cell. He like, oh, snap. Red, what's going on? That's what they call me, Reds or Stokey. But he called me Reds. He like, Reds, what's going on? So I'm like, not much, man. Come holler at me when you get a chance. I said, what tier you on? He like, I'm on the second tier. I'm like, oh, you on my tier. What, you on yard side or street side? So he like, I'm on yard side. I'm like, all right, bet. That's what's up. Holler at me when you come up on the tier. So when he come up on the tier, before he got up there, I had already got, a couple T-shirts together for him, some tank tops. I was putting a little bag together for him real quick. Now, mind you, the bars over the penitentiary, they real close together. So you're not sticking a whole bunch of stuff through there. But I'm just getting him some stuff, to, get his time started, So when he come up on the tier, I slide him a bar of soap. I slide him a little bit of deodorant. I slide my brand new bar deodorant. I know a little bit. Don't think like I'm giving nobody no used deodorant out there. So I give him a bar deodorant, bar of soap, a couple T-shirts, couple tank tops. And I told him, I was like, when we come out, I got something for you. He like, all right, that's what's up. So he go down to his cell, lock on there, come back out. when he come back out, me and him, we walk in the yard together a lot because me and him, we was kind of cool uptown because, all right, now I told y'all before I used to sell a lot of grass uptown. So every now and then, he would get stuff from me or I would get stuff from him. And by him being a white boy out in the county, they kept different grass than a lot of the dudes in the city that I had in competition with. Like, we getting the stuff around about the same places. So I go out there just to get something different, just to have something different. That way my clientele will be like, hold up, he got something totally different. And I'm banging on the block, whatever, whatever. So me and him, we went through that a lot as I was coming up. So now, mind you, we over the penitentiary together. So man, him, we laughing and joking, we chopping it up about a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of memories and stuff, laughs and jokes on the streets, and we talking about the kids or whatever. And next thing you know, he come to me, he like, look, man, I might got a little altercation going on over here. So I'm like, man, what kind of altercation you got going on over here, man? I thought you said you ain't know nobody. Because when he came over there, he told me he ain't know nobody over there. He was like, nah, couple of these white dudes from out there in the area where I'm from, they talking about they trying to get at me because they was jealous of, and this is what he's telling me, they was jealous of him out there on the streets. He was, getting a lot of the girls, whatever, in their little neighborhood, whatever. So, make a long story short, they wanted him off the block. And these particular white boys they gang related, they're in the DMI. So when he come and he tell me this, I'm like, so you holler at your brother? So he like, yeah, I've been trying to get word over there to him to let him know what's going on. So I'm like, what you want to do? So he tell me, he like, man, I just want to fight the dude and just get it over with, man. If he really want to fight me, man, we can go ahead and fight. So I'm like, all right, don't even sweat it. We're going to set this on up. Now, I ain't making it seem like I got no whole lot of juice over there, but I got enough juice to set this up. You know what I mean? Make sure that these dudes don't pull no move, and they not going to pull no move when I'm around. So I go and holler at, the DMI head dude, whatever. I don't know what they call him, but I wouldn't go holler at him. I was letting him know, like, look, this my peoples. I know he don't look like he my peoples, but this my baby mother peoples, and I ain't getting ready to just let y'all do nothing to him. You know what I mean? So he want, shoot the one with your man. Your man say he got a little beef with him. Let them go on up in the shower and do their thing. You know what I mean? Come on about there like, man. So he like, man, I'm with that. If he want to just go ahead up in there with him, one-on-one, to save a whole lot of people from getting locked up for doing something crazy, that's cool. So I'm thinking everything straight. Remember I told y'all before I used to go to A building. So they kind of played me. I go to A building and we had a little class, whatever, me and my man Paco, we come back over there, kind of find out these dudes that put the lock and the sock on my baby mother cousin. And I'm talking about he busted up. So when we get back over to the blocks, they locking everything down. Now this happened as we're coming back from A building. So as soon as we coming in the building, they locking everything down. And I don't really know what's going on at this point. All that I know is somebody got their head bust. So once we finally get locked in, they got some tier workers out, sweeping the tier, whatever. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yo, why everybody locked down? So they like, man, wasn't that your peoples? And I'm like, who? He like, the white boy that slept down in the middle of the tier. I'm like, yeah. So they like, the DMI dudes, they done bust his head. And like, they really rocked him. So I'm like, oh yeah? I'm like, all right, that's what's up. I'm like, which ones do you know did it? Now, mind you, the dude that I'm talking to, this my man. So he let me know what the business was. So I'm like, all right, say no more. We go back in. Well, he go back in and they locked the jail down for the night. Now, we locked down for a couple days. When I finally do come out, I come out on the yard, and I'm hiding over at Metro Yard, and I'm trying to see what his brother want to do. Because at this point, R is in the hospital. He done got his head knotted all on up and stitched up. So the brother telling me he trying to let it go. I'm like, let it go? I'm like, that's your brother. So he like, Look, man, it ain't much I could do about getting over there, man. How I'm supposed to get over there, man? Look, this your brother, man. The ones that did something to him, they came to him as a group. It's a group of them over there. Get him. Do what you gotta do. So the whole time he going back and forth talking about he don't know what he gonna do. So I ain't got time for this. I done already put it out there to these people over there that he cool with me. This my peoples. Don't mess with him. So that night we come back on the blocks, and I'm chopping it up. I'm hiring them up, few of my peoples, whatever, because it's quite a few of them, and I'm getting ready to snap out. And a few of my people, they talking to me like, nah, we're gonna do this right, da 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 da. Now remind you, I told you when I went over the A building, it was me, a lot of the blood dudes, you know what I mean, my man Paco, and a lot of them dudes. I ain't even gonna front. I was cool with a lot of them dudes. I was cool with a lot of BGF dudes. I was cool with a few of the Crip dudes over there too. I was cool with the civilians. I was cool with just men in general that carried it like men. So when we get back over the block, they find out what's going on. Everybody see that I'm heated, and they keep coming up to me and Paco trying to find out what's going on. But they see, that we getting ready to bust a move. And I got a few other real tight homeboys that I ain't told y'all about, like my man Beans, my man Skinny Pimp, Playboy, Pop, E. Man, I got some dudes that was over there that I'm talking about that were ready to rock and roll. So we getting set. And I'm a lock dude. I'm a lock in the sock type dude. And I'm telling you, when I'm coming at you with it, I'm going to smack you straight in your face with it. I ain't got time for no games. I ain't trying to, knuckle up and do no whole bunch of talking with it. This is what's getting ready to happen. So we see the DMI dudes kind of like going into the shower. And as they went over into the shower, we just bum rushed them. I'm talking about we bum rushed them. Sent them right on up in the shower and beat them right in that little corner. As soon as you go into the shower, well, before you go into the shower, it's like a gray wall that separates the vision from the bubble to the shower. You cannot see in that shower if you're sitting down in that bubble. We gave them white boys some work sauce up in there. I'm talking about we worked them over good. And as I'm beating on the dude, I'm telling them, I told y'all, that's my peoples, that's my peoples, that's my peoples. Man, what you gonna do? Man, I'm telling you, I ain't playing with y'all. So the whole time I'm kind of like snapping out on these dudes, and my man Peasy, he had to snatch me up off of me. Like, all right, come on, shorty, man, you got it. Come on, let's get on about it. So we slide on about it. Make a long story short, they ain't say nothing. They got smashed on out. This was another group of DMIs that took that trip right on about that door, and that's because they came at my peoples the wrong way. And I ain't trying to make it seem like I'm no Billy Bad Butter, none of that type of stuff. But when I'm in that penitentiary, it's a whole different me. It's a whole different me. All of that yip yapping out the mouth, I'm going to put that lock on you. And I'm not going to be playing with you. So when them dudes made that move on somebody that I told everybody was my people, I felt it was my duty to stand up to this particular oppression. Because y'all wasn't saying none of this stuff when I was around. Y'all wasn't doing none of this stuff when I was around. Y'all did all of that stuff when y'all knew me and my homeboys. We went over to A building and he was going to be over there by himself. And he was trying to get signed up to be going over to the A building with us because he was trying to just hang up under your boy, you know what I mean? Because he knew that he had some stuff going on. Now, I don't know how true all the stuff that he told me he had was going on, but I know I told them, this my peoples, do not mess with him. And if you do, y'all go and shoot the fair one. Now, they offered to shoot the fair one with him. They didn't want to do that, so we came at them like how we came at them and sent them on up out of there. Now, this is another day that I had to put my particular situation to the side. Now, mind you, I'm losing my eyesight at all of this. And just being, a little bit transparent with it, I didn't care. I didn't care at this point. All I wanted to do was inflict pain on people. So this was like a joy to my day. Y'all made my day when y'all did that to him, even though he got hurt. But I got a chance to unleash some of this frustration and stress that was built up on me. And I'm telling you, I worked this dude in that bathroom shower. As soon as he walked in there, I flung his ass on up over that wall, put him right in that misty ass, dirty ass water. Excuse my language. And I beat him with that lock. And I beat him with that lock. And this is not the life that I wanted to live, but the anger that's building up inside of me is making me live that life. It's making me turn into something that I didn't even know that I was going to be. But it started coming out of me. And this was one of the situations that kind of like started bringing an animal up out of me that made me like using that lock. Because it sent a clear message. It's going to bust you up bad. No matter where it hits you, it's going to bust you up bad. And I wanted to send that clear message, don't mess with mine no more. But this is not a life that you want to live. This is not a life that you want to live, that your frustration to one situation is making you explode on any other situation that comes in your direction. This is the life that I was living. And I wasn't doing nothing but getting more angry, more mad. I have been through so much at this point within the past 2 years, from the beginning of 2006, while all of this is going on, I've been just straight going through it. And we're going to get more into some of the things that I went through a little before I went into prison and how it started to, shape my mindset, into being, a straight up loner. Somebody that only could trust me. I could only trust me. But I still had that big homie in me, that big brother in me, that if I know you, I'm not getting ready to just let nobody do nothing to you. Especially if I put the word out there. So you don't want to be living that type of life. You want to be keeping yourself away from, beefs and altercations that you getting in just because you are who you are, and you can't have nobody disrespecting your name after you put a stamp on something. This is what prison life is like. This is what prison politics put on the table. If you put a stamp on something, you better make sure that it's stamped, because if it ain't stamped, somebody gonna come and take every stamp you got. And they ain't gonna leave you with none. And if you think you're getting ready to get one, they gonna take that from you too. So y'all remember what I say about keeping them 5 P's in mind. Properly plan for your life. Proper plan prevents poor performance. When you properly plan for your life, you won't be meeting up with people in prison and protecting them. Being a homeboy. Being a family member. Risking your health, your freedom, because you say you are who you are, and you refuse to let that not be shown. Don't let that be your life. Make your life a life of great choices. You've made the right choices so that you're not in a dangerous environment. You're not in an unpredictable environment where anything can pop off at any given time. You're not in a place where you can lose your life while still breathing, because you can be in prison for the rest of your life. You ain't got no life no more. You are a number. You are a warrior, or you are a slave. That's it, and that's all. And this is a life that you do not want to live. This is a life that you want to keep yourself away from. Y'all stay strong. Y'all stay focused. Remember this. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Think happy thoughts, because your life depends on it. And that's by the great Marcus Aurelius. Y'all be strong out there. Wolf pack. Woof.